First run
Nah,
on.
you're good.
Huh. So I've noticed that a lot of people recently have been asking for my mods and texture packs. So I thought I'd make a video showing all my mod settings and all the texture packs that I frequently use. So also all of my overlays, because yeah, I have a couple of them. Alright, so the first mod I have is Powns togglesneak. This one's basically just a toggle sprint. And then I have Sidebar mod. I have it disabling the red numbers. I have shadow on. And then this is my background. Then I have crash patch, which basically just when you crash, instead of fully closing your game, it just kind of shows you a crash screen. Then I have Dulkir. Dulkir, I don't really use much in this anymore. When I do want to have like the small items, I turn this on. Oh, but I have to turn this one off for it to work. So like that's Dulkir. I usually have this off. This one is really nice though. Hide chests are already opened. Then I have SBA. You can pause the video at any point to see what I have. The glowing dropped items is another big one that I use. Show entity outlines. I think this one also needs to be on. And then I have NEU. NEU I mainly use for the price information. Like if I press a hotkey, it shows the price of all my items. I also use it for slot binding. To turn it on, you go enable slot locking and binding. You turn these two on, and then you press this key, and then you drag it, and then let go, and it binds it. And then if you just shift click, it swaps between them. Another thing I use NEU for is the profit calculator at the end of a run. And then another big thing in NEU is the PV command. It's really nice for checking people's dungeon stats and like what kind of gear they have. Another mod I use for dungeons is Odin. And this is all the settings I have on for Odin. So secret chime, it just plays a sound when I click a secret. So like if I go over here, it makes like the little ding sound. And then watcher bar, basically it shows exactly how many mobs are left when you're blood camping. And then the leap menu, these are my settings for the leap menu. I have the terminal solver, these are my settings. And then for the dragons, I just have the boxes turned on. I have terminal times, render optimizer, this is everything I have on. Animations, I just have this on because Odin like kind of conflicts with old animations mods. So if I want this kind of block hit, I have to have the Odin animations on. So I just have that on for that. Wardrobe keybinds, basically, if I open my wardrobe here and I press 3, it'll just swap to the third slot. And then I also use the chat commands. Another thing I forgot to mention about Odin is there's this /term_sim command. Basically, you can practice terminals. If you want to, for example, practice with a different ping for some reason, you can do like term_sim 150, and then you get to see how slow terminals is on 150 ping. As you can see, it's a lot slower. I have to like wait longer before clicking. Next mod I have is old animations. This is basically just like the 1.7 animations for 1.8. If you want to copy my settings, I'll go kind of slowly. One thing that you do have to turn off is the block hitting animation, because it bugs out if you have the Odin animations on as well. Then I have Patcher. Patcher has like a lot of settings, so I'll just slowly scroll through all of mine and you can copy them and pause the video if you need. One important thing is if you want to be able to see the fell skulls, you have to make sure this is on. Yeah, here's the rest of the settings. That's all my patcher settings. Then I have scrollable tooltips. Basically, it just allows you to scroll. It's just that simple. And then another mod I use is SBE. I just mainly use the dungeons options in this mod. So the important ones are show score approximation. That's this little thing at the bottom here. To get it, you have to set it from default text to compact text. And then I also use the blood camp helper, which shows like a box where the blood mob's gonna spawn. I also use the score notifications, mimic killed message, the custom splits, which are these at the top right. And then these are the puzzles, or just all the solvers that I use from SBE. Alright, the next mod I use is Skytils. In the dungeon section, I have box starred mobs. For the dragons, I have change hurt color, retexture, show the dragon HP, and the spawn timer. If you play M6, you can show the terracotta respawn time for gyroing. I have hide, dying mobs, the quiz solver. I have middle click terminals. And I have shoot the target solver, which is basically for the 4 device. Then in the next section, I have item rarity. And then I also have enchanted book abbreviation and tier. I have the same thing with the potions. There's this random stuff setting. I don't know if it actually made a difference for me, but it may increase your FPS if you struggle with that. I have no hurt cam. And then protect star items. Disable cooldown sounds because I just find that sound really annoying, and I just have implosion hider in the hider. And then the last mod I have is Desco's water solver, which just lets you one flow water puzzle really quickly. For my chat triggers modules, I have AzuredClient, which I just use the melody message, the relic timer, and the invincibility timer. And I have Bettermap. I'll just let you guys copy my Bettermap settings. For the rare 1x1s, I just have a random color that stands out, so I know it's a rare 1x1. And I think everything else is default. For the locations, for the scale, I have 1.5 up here. And then, yeah, I'll just keep showing my settings. Next I have blue. The main thing I use in this is the terminal splits. And then also the Simon Says solver. And oh yeah, and the Blaze solver. And timer with the lines. And then I have DragPrio. And then I also have Soopy, but there's not very many dungeon related things I use from this besides like RTCA, which basically just calculates how many runs I need to do of each class.